Grace and peace to you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. I'm Claire Clyburn, pastor of First United Methodist Church in Graham, here today with Catherine Cummings, who is the chair of our stewardship team. We're getting ready to launch our campaign for generosity next Sunday, so I've invited Catherine to come and talk with me a little bit about that. This year we are drawing from Paul's letter to the Philippians, which is one of the most powerful letters in all the New Testament. And Paul uses some really powerful words: generosity, courage, faithfulness, and joy. And then he says something to the church that I think he would say still to us today, which is this: complete my joy. So Catherine, I want to ask you to help us connect the dots.
I will do my best. So in preparation for this discussion, I actually went back to my Financial Peace University class and looked at the topic of generosity. That lesson is titled The Great Misunderstanding. If you've never taken the course or read the book, I highly recommend it, even if you don't need it from a financial standpoint. In the lesson, Dave Ramsey breaks down how these things, generosity, courage, faithfulness, and joy, are all interrelated. He says that you can follow all of the financial rules and become very wealthy, but it is the generosity that gives the peace of financial peace. The first things that we must have are courage and faithfulness. These are the building blocks and allow us to be better stewards of our resources so that we are more equipped to do God's work, which ultimately is generosity. It is through generosity that we experience joy, both for ourselves and for others. Hence, complete my joy.
Thank you. Catherine, I'm curious to know if you would be willing to share with us today some of your own family's journey to generosity.
Of course. Let me just say that God was not subtle about sending the message, do this. First, I was asked to serve on the finance committee here at the church. This is when we started giving with some regularity. Then later, I was asked to serve as chair of the finance committee. It was after I accepted the position that I realized that meant I was in charge of stewardship too. So I did what good students do, and I studied on the topic. It wasn't long after that we decided to offer Financial Peace University here at FUMC in this chapel. That is when our family really made the commitment to grow in our giving. And we challenged ourselves every year to do just that, grow in our giving.
And you know what I'm going to ask next, which is, how does that bring you joy?
Well, we have had to build a lifestyle around giving versus giving what our lifestyle will allow. It's meant saying no quite a bit, but it's also meant finding joy and being able to appreciate simpler things in life. I personally have found a lot of peace in living this way. Also, modeling generosity for our two tiny humans at home. I've witnessed them practice generosity as well, and that brings a tremendous amount of joy.
So tell us about this year's Commitment Sunday.
Sure. Our Commitment Sunday will look a lot different than last year's New Consecration Sunday. Obviously, not being able to be together and celebrate as one church body makes this bittersweet. But I'm very excited, and for this year, I prefer to think of it as a season because we will be accepting commitments for almost 3 full weeks. So this week, we will mail out letters and commitment cards to our church members. These can be returned by dropping it in the mail, dropping it in one of our offering drop boxes here during one of the on-lawn services, We are also offering an online form through our website. Just follow the links for Complete My Joy 2021 Commitment, and you'll be directed to a secure webpage for entering your commitment. Our stewardship team is very excited to be offering this new option, and we believe it will be very successful.
Thank you. So, friends, I invite you to join us in your heart and in your spirit to a commitment to live with generosity this season.